Welcome to What's Up's episode 12. Mickey's taking a break right now, so instead we have me, Anthony Nicholson, and instead of sporting the dicky bow, I have the entrepreneurial cane. In this episode, Mickey has Mickey's Monster Movie Mashup, where him and a couple of CCRs sit down and discuss the comedy horror genre. So with that, let's go to it.
Welcome back to What's Ups. Now, today we're having a brand new segment, and I have two guests with me today. The new segment is called Mickey's Monsters Movies Mashup. And the guest I have with me today, I know it's a really long name.
That's great.
It was alliterative. I wanted to make sure it was very alliterative. Lots of M's in there. So basically this segment's going to be The guests I have with me today are Manny Benavides from the ECTS desk and Daryl Harris from the TSC desk.
Right.
But you're training for ICS now.
Right.
All right. So the first question I have for you guys really quick. So we're going to talk about some movies today. And actually we're going to talk about specifically comedy horror movies or horror movies that have comedic elements in it.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not talking like Young Frankenstein, which is a comedy that has some horror in it. This is horror with comedy thrown in it. Those are some of the movies we're going to talk about today. But before I ask that question, when we talk about movies, the question I have for you guys is, what is your favorite horror movie of all time?
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist?
The original Poltergeist is, to me, still one of the scariest things I've ever seen.
I saw the new one. It wasn't scary at all.
It wasn't as scary,
but
the first one, especially that music at that ding, 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 and that clown and the tree grabbing the kid from outside. Yeah, I can't even look at scary old naughty trees like that.
I couldn't look at like snow on a television screen for years because of that movie.
Right. Well, Manny, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Yeah, have you seen snow on a television?
No.
See? Yeah. They got rid of it after that movie came out.
They was like, we can't have snow anymore.
24-hour
so Manny,
TV.
Stop talking. It's Manny's turn.
Yes.
What about you, bro? Favorite horror movie?
Oof, I'd have to say The Conjuring.
The Conjuring?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty freaky. Now, ever since I saw it, I just can't look at abandoned houses the same anymore. I just no.
I don't think I've seen The Conjuring yet.
Hand claps.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I have seen The Conjuring. There's so many movies that are like now. I get all the titles kind of cute. But as soon as you said the hand claps, I all right. So because you guys let me know your favorite horror movie, you actually get the special What's Up's Stranger Things Waffle Edition button. All right, and we'll talk about that in the closing as well too. How you can earn your own waffle button. But the real reason we're here today, we're going to talk about horror movies. We're going to talk about comedy or horror movies with comedic elements. And the first ones we're going to talk about is actually the Evil Dead universe. Because we had the original 3 movies.
Right.
We had that newer movie that was actually kind of straight horror.
Right.
Okay, and then we have the Ash versus the Evil Dead, or the Evil Dead television series
also
now.
Really good.
Yes, and it's hit really 2 seasons. Oh, yeah. So what I'm not sure if you guys have ever read Bruce Campbell's autobiography, If Chins Could Kill. He has a new one out, like Confessions of a B-Movie Actor or something like that. Right. But the first one talked about the original trilogy and how the fact that the first one was supposed to be a really serious movie.
It was meant to be an actual horror.
Yeah, it was meant to be an actual, and just ended up being funny by accident.
Right. And that's I was going to mention that earlier because it kind of developed into a horror comedy, but like I said, didn't mean to be.
Yeah.
It just was funny because, the low budget practical effects, all those B-movie effects made it. We chuckle at it, but they were trying to do some real horror.
Yeah.
They were trying.
And then the second one, they were like, okay, the first one ended up being funny. Let's just kind of embrace this concept and do it right again. So really, it was almost the exact same storyline, the second movie.
It was basically a remake of the first one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that too. And then I guess like a side fact too, I learned that a lot of like actors were like quitting and stuff, and that even like the producer himself had to play some parts just to fill in.
Yes, because some of the, like you said, the low budget and everything, and I guess the contact lenses were really the bad and everything. What I really like about the new TV show that's out is they got a lot of those original actors back. Like his sister, Shelly was the one that got killed who was dating Scotty.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Cheryl, the sister, the same actress from the original movie, came back and played Cheryl again in the TV show. I love that.
It helps that she's probably still acting and probably hasn't done a whole lot since.
Yeah, and she's a lot older now. She didn't need nearly as much makeup.
No, right.
That's bad. That's really bad of us.
Right.
But
if you're watching, just in case you happen to be moonlighting at UPS, we're sorry. We're not.
We really love you. No, but I do love Bruce. I love the fact that Bruce Campbell is such a physicality, and I think that's what sold a lot of the comedy in this. Is just his reaction and the fact that he was doing. There was no stunt doubles. He's doing a lot of the stuff you see.
Yeah.
And you add that in with the practical effects, where it's not like hiding behind CGI. They're really throwing blood at things. Really, even in the TV show, they went back to doing all that.
They were adamant about that. Gallons and gallons of that stuff.
It makes a huge difference when you're watching it.
Yeah.
And when they're acting, because they don't have to pretend they're getting... They're looking at that and being covered with blood. They're really covered with all this stuff. And
I was in Evil Dead the musical here in Las Vegas. They made a musical version of this, of the movies and everything. I played Scotty, the best friend that died in the first movie. So yeah, there was a lot of gore and blood, even on the stage production. I got to shoot fake blood out into the audience and cover people in blood. It was a really fun time.
That sounds like fun.
But they remade Evil Dead. They were trying to go for a new trilogy with the female lead this time. And I went and saw it with a bunch of my cast members, and I was laughing throughout the movie, just because I have a really sick sense of humor. One of my friends was sitting next to me, was like, "Will you stop laughing? This is not funny." I was like the only person in the whole theater laughing at the screen, sort of situation.
Right. It happens. That's what you want as a director. I want them to be laughing at my movie at the funny parts.
Yeah. I don't think I was laughing at what was supposed to be the funny part. Right. That was the problem. So season 3, though, of the Evil Dead is coming out.
Which I haven't caught up on season 2. I'm halfway through season 2 and haven't finished it yet.
I
need to catch up on season 2 also.
Wow, shame on both of you.
Yeah.
Wow. I just know that I like the fact that he came back and redid it. So prior to growing the beard and everything, I could have played Ash again. I'm old enough now. I was never thin enough to play young Ash, but now that he's older and he's let himself go a little bit, I could play Ash again.
Or that Bubba Hotep.
I know, exactly.
For another reference for a comedy horror from
where Bruce Campbell as a mummy killing Elvis Presley.
Presley. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. And then a black guy playing JFK.
Right.
Which was even better because it was based in a mental asylum. So
yeah.
Evil Dead, really good trilogy out there. Definitely some comedy and everything. But I think the other movie I wanted to talk about that really kind of brought this forward, this concept, was Shaun of the Dead.
Right. Which like there's other movie, Hot Fuzz, is more. I mean, you could tell that one and the third movie you wanted to talk to. It's a love poem to the genre, really.
Yeah.
They said, you know what, we love zombie movies, we love these horror tropes. Let's do a love poem, an homage to those things, and it pulls it off well.
Really,
you have no idea what you're getting into when you first start watching the movie. I think I saw it for the first time on cable or Netflix and didn't understand what it was and got into it and was like, this is great.
Oh yeah.
What I liked about it is the fact I think people watching Shaun of the Dead were definitely like, hey, I could kill zombies now.
Yeah.
I feel like Walking Dead. You saw I watched those shows and everything. You got to be tough. You got to da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
No,
especially
I work in a call
zombies.
center. I just need a cricket bat.
Right. No, I'm terrified of zombies. It's like an actual phobia. Like my family, they give me a hard time. They're like, why are you afraid of zombies? I'm like, well, really? Watch a zombie walk in the door right now and see how scared.
My wife has the same phobia. I'm going to tell her the exact same thing. The exact same thing I tell her. Zombies aren't real. Yet.
Which is fine.
Yet.
Which is fine. But if they ever come up, I will be prepared.
So what was your favorite scene in Shaun of the Dead?
Oh, man.
Because usually most people have the exact same favorite scene. I just want to see if this is
Mine
true.
Mine is the Killer Queen scene.
The Killer Queen? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So where they're hitting the bar owner with the pool cues. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm a music guy anyway, so I loved that. I loved the cues. I loved the choreography of it and the song and just smacking the stomach out of some zombies.
I like the fact that in that scene, the fact that the song was actually playing on the jukebox. It wasn't like a backtrack. Yeah. The jukebox came on and they decided to go with it.
Actually beating them in rhythm.
How about you? What was your favorite scene from Shaun of the Dead?
Same exact things. I love music. I'm a musician myself. Let's just going in sync and everyone going at the same times, like choreographed. So I'm like, man, this is like, I love this. It's awesome.
With both of you guys liking music so much, I was hoping you were going to mention the other scene that involved music, kind of. And that was when they were coming back home the next morning. They were hungover, they were drunk, and they were like, they see the zombie shambling down the street, and they're just like, that was my favorite scene in the whole movie. I probably could just watch that scene on loop over and over again.
Oh yeah.
Well, that and the finale where it's all over. He sits down and plays video games and just hands his control over because that friendship.
Yeah,
exactly. Still hands
it's
it over
touching.
to him.
Yeah, his friend, it's now a pet.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a pet. It's a great touch to the end of it.
My wife has had me agree though that if that ever happens to some friends of mine, I'm not allowed to keep them as pets.
My wife said the same thing.
Yeah. What's wrong with wives not letting you keep zombies for pets? I don't even know what the problem is.
Yeah, I don't have that actual ever problem.
A wife or zombie pets?
Either.
Okay. So we were going to talk about a third movie where this has actually been a fun conversation. I like this. We were going to talk about Cabin in the Woods, which I think set a whole new level to the whole concept of horror comedy. We don't really have time to go into that. But I think if, like you said, if there was ever a love poem to horror movies.
To horrors. Like that as a whole genre.
That would definitely be it. Yeah. And still had a lot of that comedy left in there.
It did.
One thing that I'm going to recommend if you never had a chance to watch Cabin in the Woods, or even if you want to go back and watch it again, pause it long enough to actually read the monster board.
Yes.
Did you ever read the monster board?
Board?
Yeah, luckily there's images captures out there.
Right.
We'll probably I'd say we could find one and put it up on the green screen, but there's some words that we should not be showing at work, so we're probably not going to. But look it up on your own time. Some of the monsters there were so many different movies. Hellraiser, Evil Dead, just all sorts of horror movies just mentioned on that monster board
if you
alone.
want one that you can do for the screen, there's the screen caps of when they pull back and show all the cubes.
Yes.
That has all the different monsters in it. You put that up and there's so many Easter eggs in there.
Oh yeah.
So many.
A lot, yeah.
So I thought that was really good. So that's it. I want to thank you guys for definitely joining us. We'll have more of these movie mashup conversations in the future. It won't be monsters. We're going to do some superheroes. We're going to do a romantic comedy one.
Right.
You guys would be more than happy to come back for the rom-com.
Yeah.
No.
Or the superheroes.
Or the superheroes.
Yeah, I'm
superhero or rom-com? What's your problem?
I'm a huge fan of both.
Okay, I think I know why you don't have the problem with the wife right now, that you chose superheroes over rom-coms. We're going to work on this for you.
I do come to work with a bat mask and cape on.
Okay, there you go.
He does.
All right. I want to thank you for joining us for this segment of What's Ups, and we'll be right back after this.
That's it for the second season of What's Ups. I'd like to thank Manny and Daryl for joining Mickey in Mickey's monster movie mashup. And as part of our Stranger Things theme, we have a button for you to collect. On screen right now, you see our Eggo Waffle button. Thank you, Bridge. If you'd like to collect one of these buttons, simply comment below mentioning your favorite horror film, and the first 25 will get that button to you. Next on our agenda, we need a new co-host. So if you think that you have what it takes to be on camera, in front of it, not behind, then you need to email the people in the description for this video. And lastly, the Las Vegas media team are not going anywhere. We're switching to our UPS Global Business Services Las Vegas What's Ups News Network, where we're going to bring you all the breaking news of our peak season. So until next year, I'm Anthony Nicholson, and What's Ups.